Welcome to my channel, Chikiken here, and today we're going to dive headfirst into the OnePlus 9. For those of you that don't know, OnePlus is a phone manufacturer, and OnePlus 9 is the latest phone that they have created in the OnePlus lineup. So before we get started, one notable thing to mention is that the OnePlus 9 is $729. The other specifications I will mention throughout the video, so just please keep in mind the price while you're watching this review. That being said, let's just get started with what's inside the box. So inside the box, you are given a thank you note with the included SIM tray remover, a nice assortment of stickers, warranty and other information about the phone, a charging brick, and your charging cable, USB-C to USB-C, as well as, of course, your phone. So, the first section that I would like to get into is the charger. If you use the included power adapter and cable, this can charge the OnePlus 9 in roughly 29 minutes. Keep in mind this is 1 to 100% on a 4500 mAh battery. That is extremely fast. 65 means a 65 watt output. That's 6.5 amps at 10 volts. On top of that, the OnePlus 9 also supports wireless charging, albeit not that fast. It can only top out at 15 watts, but it's still enough to charge your phone from 1 to 100% in roughly 100 minutes. Alright, that's all for the charging section of this review, so let's get into the phone. So before we get started, keep in mind the OnePlus is pretty fingerprint prone, so you might see a lot of fingerprints like in this next clip. I'm sorry about that. So we're gonna start with the physical attributes and then move on to the internals. So on the left side of the phone are volume buttons. On the right side of the phone, you are given the power button and a switch to switch between silent, vibrate, and ring mode on the phone. This is obviously for notifications, so I won't go into detail. So the back of the phone is made out of tempered glass as well as the front. The frame, however, is plastic. Also on the back are 3 cameras as well as a flashlight. In order from top to bottom, the top is the main camera, which is a 23mm equivalent. The second is an ultra-wide camera, which is a 14mm equivalent. And the third is just a monochrome camera. The front of the phone is almost all screen except for a little punch-out hole for the camera, and the size of the screen is 6.55 inches. Along with that, on the bottom of the screen you are given a through-display fingerprint sensor. As you can see, on the bottom of the phone there is the charging port as well as a speaker grill and also where your SIM card would go. Moving on to the internals of the phone, it operates on Oxygen OS, which is OnePlus's version of Android, a Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 CPU with a Adreno 660 GPU. All versions of the OnePlus 9 will come in 5G with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. The battery of this phone is 4500 mAh, and as tested, the battery life lasted 11 hours and 36 minutes. While this isn't an in-depth look at what the phone can offer, I will be going over the settings that I believe are pretty important for this phone. That being said, as you can see on the screen right now, you can switch between 60Hz and 120Hz. This means at 120Hz, the phone will refresh its display much faster than it will at 60Hz. Another cool thing about this phone is the customized notifications. Although not all apps have it, most popular ones will have a custom notification. As you can see, it's very minimalistic, most of the screen is black. Another cool feature is reverse charge. As the name suggests, you can reverse charge, so your phone will charge any other wireless charging enabled device through the back of the phone. Obviously, these are just a few features that this phone offers. There's a lot more, and it could honestly be a whole separate video. Please let me know in the comment section if you do want that entire video, but for now, I'm gonna leave it at that. Off to the conclusion of this video, I would say this is honestly a really good phone. However, the 8GB of RAM and the 128GB of storage might not be enough for some avid phone only users. On top of that, the over $700 price point for this phone might be a bit steep for some people. This review just scratches the surface of what this phone offers. There's a lot more that I couldn't get into. I'd say this is more of just like a physical review rather than an in-depth one. I was already 1 week late to this review because of essays, all the other schoolwork that I have, on top of a new game that came out, so I'm sorry about that. Again, let me know if you guys want a deep dive into the internals of this phone, all the settings, all of that stuff. However, that is all for today. I hope I helped you make a purchasing decision or entertain you. Please like if I did, and subs if you want more. Chikiken out.